Okay, I hope this is not going to be a publicized screen share. I am just recording this for future posterity. Um, so we worked on the Babel plugin earlier in my previous video, and um, now I'm getting ready to publish it on um, to PM. But I did some work on converting it to a Babel macro. And it's essentially now I've sort of expanded the scope. It used to only just do hooks. Now I've done the rest of the React API. And so now if you type in create context, it's also going to add react.create context here. Or for example, if you do class app extends component, um, and add you see at the bottom right. So react.component, whatever. You'll never have to export anything again for the small price of calling this macro explicitly at the start of every file. That's obviously a result of the macros limitation, but then that means you can adopt it in Create React App. And obviously, if this is someday accepted into the official React Babel plugin, then we can get rid of this altogether. But um, I'm not too hung up on that. Okay, so the main thing is publishing it. I just care about publishing. Like whatever you're writing, this hopefully will be the useful thing. And the thing that I have for that is Babel plugin macro boilerplate. And basically, all this does is it helps you set up a Babel plugin version as well as a macro version of your thing, and it helps to link them together. So I've cloned that repo over here, and uh, we're just going to go through the steps of setting it up. So I think the main thing is you want to go through and then sort of rename stuff. It's also managed by Lerna, so when you publish once, it's going to update both sides. So that's obviously interesting. Um, Babel plugin React probably exists. I probably have to name it something else. I don't know what though. Like, what do I name this thing? React macro. Babel plugin React. I don't know. React macro. React shortcut. React magic. Globals. Oh, that. Okay. So let's call it Babel plugin React globals. I don't like that name, but you know, beggars can't choose. But we can definitely choose React.macro. That's available. I hope. Don't go steal it from me. So what this does is it just re-exports, the whatever I export from here, but it gives a namespace of .macro so that you can use it in a Babel plugin macro situation, and that's it. It's a very simple setup, but it is some boilerplate, so I figured I would just do it in a boilerplate. I'll literally set up a boilerplate. So blah blah blah, whatever. I don't care about that. Double plugin levels 0.01. Okay, so that's the React.macro thing side is set up. And then let's set this thing up. I'm using Ked's scripts because he seems to have things figured out. And I think that's about it. I probably have other issues to deal with. Whatever. Jesus, there's way too much going on here. Okay, I'm just gonna nuke this and just say React macros. And then we'll fill it out in the future going on. Okay, so then this macro goes into dist macro, which is the built version. But we need the source. Blah blah blah. Need the source, and then we don't need any of this. We don't need this. We don't need any of these helpers. These are all just like things I thought I might need, but then realized that it probably was not that useful anyway. This slash macro slash replace replacers. Again, I don't need this, although it probably might have helped earlier. Okay, so so this in this index, we want to give the identifier, and this is the same identifier that comes default in AST Explorer. And let's pull it up. Now I've sort of refactored things to hopefully make reusable code. So let's see. I can. Let's just create our visitor, right? And then we'll paste in our visitor. Our visitor now takes a t argument, so we'll have to supply that t argument. We'll have to check the React Hook API. It's not a good idea to delete things. Check the React Hook API. And then we have a list of APIs. And let's export this. So now let's set up the macro. We don't need helpers. Set up the macro to say create macro, my macro. All right, well, all this looks decent. So I can just copy and paste over here. We do want to import const visitor require. That should be it, except that I have to catch what a valid invocation is. So that's it. Again, this is all just like, app specific code. I don't expect, you don't need to know any of this. But just like I'm setting up the macro, right? And I'm setting up the reusable part of my code so I can share it with my Babel plugin. And the Babel plugin uses this bit, which I commented out. So just the visitor. Let's take the visitor. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. There we go. Isn't that nice? Do, 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 do. I hope. No, I'm not optimistic that that is the right. I don't know what that. All right. Let's give a name and an export default function. Oh, okay. React Hooks Babel plugin. I should call it the same name. So let's try to just be kind of consistent. Okay, so then we have set up the stuff. I should write tests too. So let's write some basic tests, and yeah, that's a little bit more than I signed up to do, but it's still good. And the tests are all fixture based. So I'm going to just cut out a lot of stuff that I just commented out. This is just obviously you should use it if it's helpful. Oh God, no, I need to use fixtures. Where's the fixtures? Where's the fixtures? Near fixtures. Are you not giving me fixtures? I may need to go check my other project because I don't know how to set this up manually. Um, yeah, all right. Let's check Babel Blade and see what's going on over there. Just to figure out how to set up the tests. Okay, so I've copied over my tests. Let's see if macros are untested for now. Let's just kind of leave it because it's a very straight sort of pass through situation. So I'm not even gonna bother testing my macros. Okay, so and then the test that I'm gonna pass in is for this to happen. Um, and then we'll see what they generate from there. Okay, so I think I have the basic stuff set up, and now we're almost done. We need to run what's going on. CD packages, CD Babel globals. We do have to run some stuff. Let's say npm run print. Oh, npm install. I probably have to npm install the other things. So I'm gonna go up. Oh, cd react. Okay, so basically our plan is to commit to GitHub, test, build, and then publish. And then that would be it for our process. Okay. So I think all this is fine. In it, I'll probably fail because there's some linting that always happens. The linting is very strict. So I should ignore the fixtures. Expect a one empty line after source index. Source macro, state is never used, prog is never used, use const instead. Constant net. Where's state? All APIs was used before it was defined. Screw you. All right. You want to play like that? Play like that. Prefer default export. That's for you. I should have less errors, but I will have some for the fixtures. It may pass. I don't know. Sometimes it passes. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Yep, everything else is I'm fine with. So I'm going to say no verify. Fortunately, I need to figure out how to All right. Oh, and I should build npm run build. Uh, let's see. npm run build. Okay. Now that it's built, I'm going to go up to my source folder, Lerna publish. Yeah, I always don't know about this like mode modules dot bin slash Lerna publish. And then because I have one-time password, I need two-factor authentication. That's going to fail. So I need to enable my two-factor thing. So I'm going to go check out what the two-factor authentication is. OTP npm got it. npm OTP config learn. There we go. 2FA. Okay, so npm. Let's go for the Lerna command. Huh. Can't find the Lerna command. Okay, 523.725. Modules.bin slash Lerna publish. Right. What do you want me to do? I'm gonna bump something. What am I supposed to bump? The versions? This is not very scientific. I'm sorry. My OTP expired again. All right, here we go. Was 390.791. Ah. Okay, it's only publish one thing. What happened to the other one? Did that publish? I have no idea. Apple plugin React globals. Okay, published a few seconds ago. Awesome. All right, this is where I give up on Lerna. Sorry, Lerna. You're not good enough for me. You're not good enough for me. So ideally we should have Lerna, but there's so many issues with Lerna and 2FA that I just give up. Enter my OTP 461376. All right, so hopefully that worked because it says it did. So I may have to like hard reload. I don't know. I published it. So what can I do to check? Unpackage? I don't know. I don't know. I want to know. All right. says it's published. So this thing is just wrong. Um, I am React macro, whatever. Okay, so um, it should already be available in Babel REPL. So let's try it out. I actually forgot to run my tests, which is embarrassing, but whatever. So I have my tests here. Let's get rid of these stupid presets. Um, let's get rid of this too. We'll figure. Ooh, how come I'm not? Oh, I need JSX, of course. Okay, so right now it's transpiling, but it doesn't have this. It doesn't have that Babel macro. So let's add React globals. It's under Kent's name. Ah, classic. I'll maybe fix that, but even if I don't fix it, yeah, I won't care. Um, so I think so this always happens when I load the plugin for the first time. So I think I need to reload, and then it will work because that was the first time in the world anyone has ever loaded it. Or maybe just npm doesn't work yet. Actually, oh, no. No, I don't. Huh. Found, it says. This is unusual because the other one works fine. So let's check in on this. Okay, we have this working. The other one doesn't work. And I suspect it's due to my inability to edit the package, the JSON correctly. So let's check out the package JSON. No, it seems fine. I don't see any other issues over here. I published it under a different name. Go for, I guess, I don't know. I have no idea why it's not showing up on npm. It could be a temporary npm issue, or it could be something more serious. I just have no way of knowing. Let's fix this in the meantime. I just have no way of knowing. I wanna know, will I ever see? Okay. So let's push this one more time. This is very bad Git discipline, by the way. I know. I know. Me for it. Okay, so, and if I'm not using the Lerna process, I'm going to have to manually bump the version numbers, which is not the worst thing in the world, but definitely doesn't respect the Lerna npm publish 999507. So it's 05 now. And then let's go over to the other one. And then npm publish 9957. Okay, so both are 05. This is 05, all right? And then this is better. 05. Okay, good. So let's look at Babel again. React. Oh, you can't use React on macro. It's React global. There we go. So I hope this works. I need to fix this README. I don't know where. I thought I cleared it. Did I not clear it? Cleared it. Maybe I didn't commit it to Git or something. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so here it is. I have successfully published a Babel plugin, and you can consume it inside of Babel. And now, literally anything that is on this list automatically gets React dot whatever added to it. So use reducer added to that. Create context gets added. There's like ref, right? There is fragment. That's a fun one. I don't think I added it for JSX, so that's probably an oversight for me because I should add this, but I didn't do that. Man, what else did I add? I added suspense. Again, it should be JSX. I should have thought ahead a little bit on that one. Not the worst thing in the world, right? Not the worst thing in the world. Okay, all right, I can live with that. So that yeah, that works then. Okay, children lazy. All right. React. Well, lazy. Hi. So however you're supposed to use it is supported. Okay, well, this is not supported then. I need to go work on that, and that's a new test case. Anyway, hopefully that helps. You know what? Let's do one last thing, which is show that we can actually use this in a create React app. Okay, so, whew. All right, blah, blah, blah. Let's see here, test beds. Oh, we already have that. And you know what? CD my app Babel. Is a parcel script. npx create React app test React macro. God. Woohoo! All right, so CD test. Whoa, what am I doing? React macro. Okay, so now let's open this up. And so we have a standard create React app. On start. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. It's probably 3001 because I have something else going on. Okay, so now we have a standard create React app running. And now we're going to kill it. And we're going to yarn upgrade React and next React next. Oh. some reason, I always have to run yarn again after installing. Anyway, yarn add react.macro. Okay, and yarn art grade. So this is the macro we just published. And now we've upgraded the React versions, so we can use hooks. So this is running. Let's give you the fancy side-by-side view. Okay, and then now I'm going to change. Previously, it was importing component like that, right? And every time you have to export stuff, you'd have to, you know, export and do whatever. But now you do react.macro, and then you initialize macro. It fails to compile. So that's probably a linting error. Or a Babel idea. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not sure what the compile result of this is. Component is not defined. Because if I copy this into Babel. So this component needs to have the macro applied. It doesn't do macros though, not in this. Okay. So create React app macros. Right. Docs. Macros. I thought that is enough. It clearly seems like it is not. So I don't know how else to. Yeah, no undefined. Right, how do I disable that? Disable bracelet. Bracelet. Do I do it? ESLint disable? ESLint. ESLint disable. Disable no undef. Baby. I'm not exactly sure how to disable. Okay, maybe I do this. We'll see. No, I can't do that. Yes, Lint. Disable it, disable. There's a way to disable ESLint. ESLint disable console, whatever. Disable. How do I disable for the whole? Hey, do I do this? Hey, macro is not defined. Do I need to disappear that? Oh, God, I'm such a clown. Yeah, I need to remove this thing. Okay. That's not impossible. All right. I really should have. I developed my plugin. um, all right. Here we go. So I need to remove that macro call, and I forgot to do that because I was so excited to do it. So now I got to go fix it. Okay. So what I need to do is go for this macro and copy over that and that. And then take visitor and copy over this whole thing. And and then call macro or macro. All right. So you see the problem here, where the macro is working. The macro is transforming this, and this, right? Well, this only. But and then let's do fragment for good measure. So let's fragment over here. Well, it doesn't do JSX. That is probably an easy one to do. Should probably try to figure that out. Um, okay. Well, let's not worry about the JSX right now. But I need to make this. I need to make this go away in the final command. So at the end of every call, if it's a valid invocation, I need to remove it. Still don't know. Let's see what node I'm at. 37 and 42. Are you 37 and 42? Of course you are. Um, oh, okay. Okay. So I can't just remove my identifier. I have to remove my parent. Um, and if it's a valid invocation, I have to go all the way up top to the expression statement and then remove that. Um, so remove reference all altogether. Because just now I was just trying to remove this internal thing, but then I forgot to take care of the wrapping statements around it. So that's a very easy, relatively thing. Expression statement, find the parent, parent, and then parent dot remove. Boom. Right? You see that? No more macro. So hopefully that will make it usable. Then that's an oversight many, and that's pretty critical for macros, especially. if you're going to use them, definitely want to try to make sure that they compile away and become invisible. So let's put this in the README um, so that I can use it later on. So that is a permalink to this thing. So it's really great for usage. And then for the macros, we're going to go up here and we're going to insert it exactly where we inserted it in the AST Explorer. Um, I think that is it. So we do need to build cd packages, cd babel, and run build. We haven't tested. I'm going to show you testing, but let's actually publish and see this to the finish line. npm publish 382075. I have to bump the versions because I'm not using Lerna anymore. 6 167207. What? Oh, okay. So it published. That's good, I think. And then, do I also need to publish the macro because now it depends on the higher version? I'm going to assume so. It's manual Lerna for the greater good. 292378. All right. So that should be it. Let's commit all this. And let's upgrade our version of yarn upgrade react.macro. That should bump us up to 06. Come on. I published 06. Yeah, come on. Try it again. Yeah, I don't know why, but latest. Maybe it just doesn't respect these versions. Ah, there we go. Okay, and now we're going to yarn start. Meanwhile, I'm going to go over here and do the tests that I promised. Those are important. npm start, npm run test. So I need to enable the React plugin in here. Anyway, React is not defined? What are you talking about? Okay, all right. So on top of, all right. So let's put this in the Babel. Let's put this in the ESC Explorer and then explore what's going on. I need to say import React somewhere. That's my problem right now. So I can say import React from React. Call it a day. Hey. Although that's not super nice. Like I can definitely combine those. Do I want to? Yeah, I want to. I mean, that's the whole goal is to sort of have this basement thing. Do I want to? No, I think it's fine, right? Just something like that. Oh, ESLint, you're so eager. Okay, so, all right. Anyway, let's have some fun because that was not fun at all. So now that I have my macro running, and that took a while. Um, that means that everything I do here has the React globals defined. Um, so I have React.component, I have function, app. Uh, Let's have some hooks because they're the coolest thing in the world. They're the coolest thing in the world. Coolest thing in the world. Const state zero. Let's bump things up. I don't know. Button unclick equals state plus one. Let's click me. Look at that. So set state. I mean, so use state also has its own globals as well. All right. So yep, that is it for the macro and the publishing process. Hopefully that was helpful. See you later.